and the happiness effects. So just to illustrate the thing I already discussed with you, like when you're really down, you will think either, oh, I won't do it, or I can't do it. How will I be able to do it? It's not possible, right? Like for me, I would think when I decided to open my company, I would say, okay, I don't have family here, I don't have a support system, I don't know enough business people, I don't know the VCs, how will I ever make it work, right? But the thing is, it's not the lack of resources, it's a lack of resourcefulness. And once you decide that, once you are happy and clear, and then you are able to achieve it, and then once you achieve it, you are so happy, yes, I did it. And those are the different steps. The same, the picture I showed you about 1 to 10. So same way you can take it from 1 to 10. In the 10, you are confident enough to achieve whatever you want to achieve, and the 1 and 2, like you are already like stressed out and sad that you won't be able to do it. So now that we are talking about happiness for success, I wanted to share some insight tips that, of course, happiness is an inside job. Like I can look at the same scenario in different ways and whether decide to be happy or decide to be sad. Like I can give you example of twin brothers, and they were born to very alcoholic and abusive parents, and one became a very famous doctor, other one was became a drug addict and is in jail. So both were interviewed. So the one who went to ask the doctor, okay, how did you become so famous and doctor when you had to work so hard and you had no resources? And so his response was, with parents like that, what do you expect? If I wanted a good life, I had to do my best to achieve it. And the same person went to the other twin brother in the jail and asked, oh, okay, you are, you have become a drug dealer, now you are incarcerated for life. Why did you decide to do these things? You could have had a good life like your brother. He says, oh, with parents like that, what else do you expect? I didn't have any role model. Same scenario, same circumstances, only different reactions. And that's what made one very successful in life, and the other one pretty much spend the rest of the life in jail. And also it's up to you whether you want to let external factors affect it or not, as per my previous example. Like the one brother decided, okay, I just want to get out of this situation, so I'll work really hard to achieve whatever I want to achieve. Whereas the other one decided, okay, I don't have the support system or anyone, and my parents are doing that, so I'll also do that. And so just both had the same circumstances, but they decided to let it affect them differently. And also another important thing is to time your negative emotions. And does anyone know why am I saying that you have to time your negative emotions?
Can you explain what that means?
Yes, so what I'm saying is, like, if something happens, right? Suppose someone is in a car accident or something bad happens, someone is getting really sick, or someone cheated you, or you got into trouble. The thing is, sometimes people will spend their whole life just worrying about that, right? Or even bad relationships and things like that. Like they will be bitter or not trusting or go from the whole life living like that, and that way they are spoiling their own life. So what I mean by that, time it. Like suppose you hear some very bad news. Instead of letting your whole life be affected by it, give yourself 15 minutes, 20 minutes. If you're really generous, give yourself half an hour to worry about it or feel sad, and then get over it and get going. That's my rule of thumb is 15 minutes. If I hear really bad news of something happening, I will give myself 15 minutes to grieve about it or feel whatever negative emotions are coming, and after 15 minutes I'll go on with my daily life, with my daily ritual. Because otherwise that will take over your life, right? And then you won't be able to live anymore. So by timing, I mean that if something bad happens, set yourself already a time limit. Okay, this is how much time and energy I'm going to spend in dealing with that, and then I will go on with my life. Okay, so now that I have talked so much about happiness, let me give you some 6 steps to finding your happiness. So the number one thing I call decluttering, and by decluttering I don't mean your house, I don't mean your car, I mean your mind. I mean decluttering your mind of all the negative, toxic things you have inside. Whether you worry too much, or whether you compare yourself to everyone else who has more, or whether you get stressed out of the least things, or whether you get anxious about everything. Get rid of all those. Declutter your mind of all those things. And how will you do that? You can do that by being grateful for what you have. Like today, I'm very grateful for being able to present in front of you guys. And I'm very grateful to have the car to drive here in order to do that. And for my friend for helping me do that more seamlessly, because if I had to handle all the equipment, I would have been a little bit more, I think, scattered, right, than focusing on my presentation. So you don't have to have $1 million to be grateful. You can be just grateful for being alive. Not everyone gets a chance. Then, of course, forgiveness. And by forgiveness, I don't mean just other people you forgive who did you wrong. Forgive yourself. That's one of the hardest things. Forgive yourself for taking some decisions which might have adversely affected you, or in hindsight you think, okay, that was not the wrong decision. And once you forgive yourself, no one else can have control over your happiness. You are the only one who will own it. And of course, these things can be achieved through meditation. Like I started meditation almost, I think, over 10 years ago when I was going through a lot of stuff in my life. And right now, like, nothing negative can affect me for very long, but it took years. Like, meditation is not something which will show a result in 1 day or 2 days. You have to continuously do it diligently every day, and then after a few months and a few years, you will notice your own change in your reaction, your own change in your emotion, and how you handle things. You will be more calm and more collected and more happy. And of course, have a happy lifestyle. Because nowadays, I would say in today's world, many people like to numb their senses by smoking or for drinking too much or doing some other form of sense numbing kind of thing. So get rid of all that. Don't go near all that. And have like a more healthy lifestyle where you eat more fresh food and vegetables, where you exercise, you do meditate, spend some time in nature, spend time with the people who lift you up, like your friends, your family, or whoever makes you happy after you meet them. So, and also have a control of your emotions. Do something for emotional wellness. If something needs to be talked about, go to a therapist or a coach or anyone whom you trust, and just get it out of your mind, because otherwise it keeps on getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger till it blows out of proportion. And also another thing is, if people are happy, and especially if they do mind and body cleanse. By mind, I already talked about decluttering your emotions, getting rid of the negative beliefs, and of course body cleanse everyone knows, so I don't need to talk about that. But see, happy people don't do bad things. Happy people don't do bad things to other people or to themselves. It's only the people who are not happy inside are the ones who go and shoot a school full of people or do something else bad to other people, right? Because they are not feeling happy inside, and so that's one thing which gives them significance. So that's why they go ahead and do it. So that's another reason why happiness is so important, because that will make the world so much a better place. And this is one quote from my book, Find You Happy. So, and this is the picture I like because Jack Canfield was there present for my book launch. And being happy does not mean you have no issues and no problems. Being happy means that you are better equipped to deal with whatever life offers you in problems and issues. And being happy makes you face challenges and make good decisions.
Talk about the, you had a slide about the 6 ingredients to a happy lifestyle.
Yeah.
And a couple popped out at me.
Yeah.
One was meditation, because through the Cupertino Rotary, I've been taking a meditation class
That's
for the
awesome.
last month or so. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So,
Congratulations.
yeah, thanks. I'm just wondering though, how indispensable is meditation to being happy? I mean, plenty of successful, outwardly cheerful people who don't meditate, who don't exercise, but there's also, a portion of the population that they didn't do those things, they'd be probably more unhappy. Me,
Yeah.
So, can you talk about? Is there a spectrum of?
Yeah, I can definitely talk about it because. See, by meditation, I don't just mean that you have to sit in a place and be quiet and not let any thoughts come into your head, and that alone is not meditation. See, many people who meditate, they're walking and they're doing like walking meditation. So, as long as you focus on your breathing and you internalize, it's fine. Doesn't matter. You don't have to follow a particular form of meditation. Like I got trained in 7 different kinds when I opened my company, but I only practice one. And because of that, I think I've never gotten sick, because that helps your immune system a lot. So, and I do it every morning. But the thing is, it's supposed to be done 45 minutes, but I usually never have time for 45 minutes. Some days I'll only do 5, if I have 5. If I have 2 minutes, I'll do 2. Or I'm just doing it, thinking about it when I'm driving to wherever I'm going. So it doesn't matter. So what you say, meditation, I think definition is like a very structured form. But I'm saying that meditation is important, but even if you're driving, you can focus on your breathing. As long as you're focusing on your breathing, It's fine. Doesn't matter if you do a formal one or not. And also usually most of my presentations I do start with a meditation of like 5-7 minutes, but here I didn't have time, so I didn't want to have even less information to give, so that's the reason I did. But usually I start with a simple meditation of like breathing in for 4, holding for 4 and breathing out for 6. And the reason I do breathing out is longer than the breathing in is because to get more carbon dioxide outside of your body and get more oxygen in, because if you have more oxygen in, you're automatically happy. And that's the reason meditation works, because it gives you more oxygen inside your body and also helps you notice if something is happening within your body. Like you mentioned, many people don't exercise and don't meditate and they are still happy. They might be happy, but if they don't exercise at all or even like not walk from one place to another, they will have some health issue. And then automatically their then the whole structure or whole state and whole emotional well-being will be affected for that. Whereas if you are really into the zone, you can cure lots of things which even here like doctors say like you have to operate. Like I can give you my example of I have an ankle injury, like I broke my cartilage because I dance and hike and all do a lot, and then the doctor said, oh, you have a hole in your bone and your cartilage is broken, you have to have surgery, otherwise you will always be in pain. But the thing is, with the meditation, with the energy healing on myself, now it's back to normal. I do everything, the dance, the weights, and I never had to go through. So if you do meditation and if you do really focus on your own energy and your own breathing, lots of things you won't need meditation for. And also you will have a more healthy body than you normally have, and also more, I would say, centered and more emotionally intelligent responses to things in life.
Yeah, I will say, just in the short time I've been doing it, has helped
That's
a lot of
awesome.
areas. Yeah, so it's good.
Which meditation do you do?
Yeah, it's mindfulness. I don't know if
Okay.
there's really a name for it,
Uh-huh.
but